Okay, if you're an artist, your job is gonna get replaced. It's as simple as that. It's happening across the world, and it's gonna soon happen in the US. It's one of those things where not only is productivity being improved, but there are multiple or many artists who pretty much are just redundant and they just cost a lot of money. And you can argue whether AI produces good art, or you could argue whether, your limbs missing from a picture is, worth the hype. But at the end of the day, AI is coming to take your job. And if you're a content creator, if you're an artist, just know that your job is being taken first. Okay. A good example is pretty much China. China's video game AI art crisis, 40% productivity spike, 70% job loss, meaning 70% of the people lost their job, but productivity spiked by 40%. And it's one of those things where, kind of like I said, yes, people are saying like, oh, the tools that are being used to replace me, like can't even generate fingers. And oh, the tool that's being used to replace me, like, it's not even genuine. It doesn't have the creative aspect like a human does. But it's one of those things where at the end of the day, those companies are profit motivated. They don't care whether your fingers show up in the thing or not. They'll just use your head if they have to. They don't care if, you think that it's not ready yet and they should wait 5 or 10 years. They're going to use it today. So it's one of those things where if you're an artist and you're not implementing AI or using AI to your advantage, pretty much if you're not joining, AI is going to beat you, and AI is going to be pretty much what replaces you. So kind of like I said, if all you do is just like draw pictures, AI can do that in seconds. If all you do is come up with concepts, AI can do that in seconds. Pretty much anything you do that's art related, AI can do in seconds. And at the end of the day, as long as people can visually perceive it, sooner or later, they're not going to be able to tell the difference between what you created and what AI created. Apps like Midjourney are literally blurring the lines of AI created art versus something that you could create if you tried. And the only difference between, say, ChatGPT, OpenAI, Midjourney, and like China is pretty much China's implementing it now, and ChatGPT, OpenAI are at least giving you a chance to pretty much like be ready. Meaning China already has the whole social credit score, all the stuff. China's pretty much been using AI, and they implement it like way faster than we do in the Western society. But at the end of the day, it's an example of what to look forward to. It's an example of what to see coming. And if you're not paying attention, like I said, you're going to be part of the 70% of artists who lose their jobs because the companies just want to focus on productivity. And it's one of those things where if you actually join AI, like I said, you become an artist that uses AI to generate art, or you become an artist who uses AI to pretty much tell the difference between AI generated art and actually human generated art. If you create software, if you create hardware, if you create chatbots, if you create things that build on top of AI, you're more likely to stay relevant. You're more likely to stay around. If you don't, then like I said, you're going to pretty much get replaced, and companies are currently working to replace you now. Companies are already trying to figure out how they can save money. If you're a video game developer, back then it was hard to, generate the concepts, generate the pictures, create the characters, do all the inventory, and then make the game happen. Like Call of Duty, I think they said has like 3,000 people just working on each specific Call of Duty, meaning they're just paying people to pretty much like do things that are redundant. And AI now can do half of those people's jobs, meaning that person that's supposed to read the script, AI can do that. The person who was supposed to create the concept for the guns, AI can do that. The person who was supposed to create the concepts for the skins or the armors or the outfits, AI can do that. And then the person who's supposed to pretty much promote it, market it, AI can do that. The person who's supposed to run ads and take criticism on what works and what doesn't work, AI can do that. The person who's supposed to write the code and make sure it doesn't debug or lag or, freeze halfway through every bullet you fire, AI can do that. So it's one of those things where the whole vertical horizontal integration of people involved in creating Call of Duty are going to soon be replaced. And a lot of people want to be game developers. A lot of people want to, be artists. And so the thing is, I'm not saying you can't be an artist, but it's more of like, if you're not using AI as an artist, you're pretty much going to be irrelevant, because AI is, like I said, improving productivity and saving companies money. So if you're an artist and you disagree, leave a comment. I'm curious to hear, your perspective. I'm curious to hear, your thoughts. And if you are an artist and you have lost your job to AI, also leave a comment so other artists can see that it's actually happening. But regardless of, even if you're not an artist, regardless of whether, you think AI is going to, be the future or not, like I said, it's going to be the future. There's AI cooks, there's AI self-driving cars, Your pilot uses AI to get you just your destination. When you book a flight, it uses AI. AI determines if you get welfare. AI determines if you get released from prison. AI determines if you, get a loan. AI determines a lot of stuff. So it's one of those things where AI is not only being implemented, but it's already here. And so, like I said, it's a matter of whose job is it going to take. And if you're an artist, you're first in line. Okay. But like I said, leave a comment. Tell me how you feel. And that's all I have for today's video.